Yo, 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 what's good with it? It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Reporting live from the Dogon. You know what it is. Peace and love to all. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel 82 Kings. Follow the movement on Instagram at MACK TV _82. Yeah, man. Um, we are in some very ominous times right now. Very ominous. Coronavirus is still doing its thing. You still got people taking it for a joke. You still got people who don't believe in science. Uh, you got people who are still dying. You have a lot of children who are now orphans because of coronavirus. I think they said there's been over 9,000 new cases in Florida alone. Here in Arizona is a hot spot. Yeah, it's a lot going on right now. But real quick, shout out to the good folks at MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Shout out to y'all. Peace and love to y'all. Yeah, but real quick, I just want to talk about the Confederacy, the Southern Confederacy, obviously. The Civil War. Well, no, I don't want to talk about the Civil War per se. I want to talk about the Confederacy in correlation to all these statues being taken down. And I saw a meme where this guy, it was like it was political satire. It was a white dude trying to get this black guy a high five, and he was like, "Yeah, the Confederate flags are coming down." And the black dude couldn't jump up because he had these chains on his. He had a chain on his neck, on his neck, and on his other extremities, and they were labeled inequality, prison industrial complex. I think it was the wealth gap, racial wealth gap, other things that were weighing him down. And so my thing is, I just want people to understand, like, taking down these statues, that's cool. I understand, like, there's a lot of symbolism in taking down a statue, how it's like if you a statue represents an ethos. It represents a paradigm of a certain particular time. It represents a pillar and a pillar within history, within a certain historical context. But my thing is, I think we should keep the statues up. I don't have a problem with them up. I'm saying they need to be used as points of shame, because you better believe there's a lot of revisionist history going on. You got people talking about the slave trade never happened. The transatlantic slave trade never happened. It was just a bunch of indentured servants that decided to come over from Africa and give their labor to the U.S. colonies, which we know was a total farce. And then there's some people trying to say, like, the Cherokee Removal Act that I think Andrew Jackson signed. I can't remember the year he signed it, but it forcibly pushed the Native Americans off their land. Then they're trying to say that never happened. They're trying to say the Trail of Tears never happened. So my thing is this: like, let's I think, from a historical reference point, we need to tell the good and the bad. The good and the bad need to be evident just the same. I understand the reasoning behind taking the statues down and the flags and all the symbolism, but I feel like black folks, we already too caught up in symbolism. Like, we need tangibles, we need laws, we need things set in place to give us more access towards social mobility, so we can, everybody talks about this word equality, since we can really have more equality and more equity. That's what needs to happen. Forget it. Like, damn, a statue. And the thing that's so funny, like, I've encountered so many people who are like, "Oh, this is just my history. It's not hate. It's my history." But it's like, yo, how can you love the Confederacy but love America at the same time? When the president of the Confederacy, Jefferson Davis, he was when he was captured. I think they captured him in Madison, Georgia. Somewhere in Georgia, they captured him, and they brought him to trial. He was charged with treason. He was charged with treasonous behavior. He was considered an enemy of the state. Some of his generals, I believe they were either imprisoned or they were actually hung. Yeah. So there's no way you can conflate Confederate history with American history. If you're such a patriot, you can't conflate the two. I'm sorry. And the thing that's so wild is some of y'all hate. When I say y'all, I'm talking about y'all Southern pride, Southern heritage folks. Y'all hate black folks so much, but you love America, but you don't even know that the first person to die on U.S. soil on behalf of America was a black man, Crispus Attucks. And when he died, they actually put his body on display. They paid homage to a black man. So never forget that. Know your history since y'all love America so much. My thing is, I think Razkaz had this line where he said, Western civilization means white domination. And I think when we're dealing with America, we're always dealing with racist undertones. At the core, it spawns from a white supremacist ideology. But we have to understand, like, white supremacy is like the person, whereas racism is the car that it sets it all in motion. I know some people conflate racism and white supremacy, and they do coalesce in a lot of ways. But I think that racism is a very unique phenomenon, as is white supremacy. I think they're separate in some ways, but they also it's like Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. they assist each other. But I feel like at the core, racism is the arm. Racism is not necessarily the arm. Racism is a system set in motion to uphold white supremacist ideology. But yeah, my thing is, who's going to willingly give up their power? Dr. John Henrik Clarke has said, no one will give you the education you need for you to overtake them. Dr. Clarke said that. So my thing is, I think as black people, we need to hold our government accountable. We need to make demands. We need to unite amongst each other. We need to become even more politically savvy. We just can't say, go vote, and then that's that. No, like, we need to really, put our money together, create our own institutions, and make demands. And nothing that I said is new. I'm just reiterating truths from yesteryear that have always been said. But we really need to be about that life. What else am I gonna say? I think, again, back to the statues, I understand why people want to take them down, but I think they should be used as points of shame. They should be used as teachable moments that this will never happen again. Never. Never, never, never. And my thing is, to keep it a buck, if y'all want to take, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going to have to be taken down, torn down if we're going to do that. Just to be honest, starting with the dollar bill, with our money, with our currency. We have people, who literally own slaves. And some people may try to make light of it. Well, that was just the order of the day and they weren't racist. No. Come on. Thomas Jefferson, as brilliant as he was a racist. He was a white supremacist. And as much as we praise and applaud George Washington, he was a racist. He was a white supremacist. But yeah, it's your homie Mac, music, art, culture, knowledge. I just hope everybody is taking care of themselves, taking care of their loved ones, looking out for people, just sowing seeds of kindness. But there's a lot going on, man. I'm hearing about cases that I didn't even know happened in context of police brutality. I believe there was another black man. I think his name was Elijah McClain. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing his name, but I guess the police assaulted him and killed him. And then I'm hearing about another man in Florida. Was it Florida? It was somewhere in the South where he was waiting for Western Union. He was just waiting for his money, and they said they thought he was a suspect. They had a warrant for his arrest. But the police jumped on him, and it was the wrong person, and they broke his arm. So my thing is, like, blackness itself needs to be humanized. Blackness is criminalized, it's dehumanized before anything. But to keep it honest, the whole narrative before we got here was some people say this is up for debate that we were here before Europeans came here. Either way. As far as a political narrative, the narrative has always been on U.S. soil that black people are subhuman and that black people are criminal. That has been an inherent narrative attached to us. So we got a lot of work to do. Everybody, like all these white liberals that want to talk about equity and equality, we need to hold them accountable. All these candidates that are running for presidencies or running for different political positions, we got to hold them accountable, man. But yeah, these are just my thoughts. This is a session of Mac Minutes. It's your homie Mac, music, art, culture, knowledge. Look out for that mixtape, Social Distancing, Lysol and Toilet Paper, produced by DJ Kaz, Vinyl Record, produced by Franco of Sense 82. Yours truly with the bars, 82 Kings representative, Mac Warbucks. Yeah, man. But check out some of the music in the description that I got posted up. Shout out to the homie Compton Earl. Yeah, man. It's real out here. Shine light, spread love, spread wisdom. I'm out. Signing out from the Dogon. Oh, yeah. Subscribe to the YouTube channel 82 Kings. Follow the movement on Instagram at MACK TV_82. I'm out.